They want to play this line in every classroom in America. Being a slave is better than being killed. They want every student in America to hear that line. Being a slave is better than being killed. And that's not just a line, that's an argument. That's an argument with two options in it. Two options. I want you to listen to that line again. Being a slave is better than being killed. I want you to think through what is being offered to our children in that line.
Slavery is as old as time and has taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? Before you judge, you must ask yourself, what did the culture and society of the time treat as no big deal?
What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Uncle Scruffy, and you know what time it is.
Hurry up and get the shit off your fucking chest!
Brought to you by Get It Off Your Chest Media. And today we got to talk about something that's been sitting heavy on my chest. Now listen, anytime you give children only two choices, death or hard labor, something is broken. That ain't discipline, that ain't culture, that ain't structure, that's cruelty dressed up like morality. See, kids are supposed to dream, to laugh, to fall, scrape their knees, and get back up again. They're supposed to learn who they are without fear hanging over their head like an axe. But when you put a child in a position where the only options are suffering or not living at all, that's not a choice, that's a trap.
Being a slave is better than being killed. What is missing from that? What is missing from that argument? What is missing from that equation? Freedom. Freedom. Liberty. Justice. The American way. Being a slave is better than being killed. They want to hand every single kid in America an iPad and have them sit in their class and watch a cartoon of Christopher Columbus tell our children that slavery is fine as long as you aren't killing people. But even better, it's better to be a slave than it is to be murdered. I have a much shorter version of this line that actually fulfills what Americans should believe. Instead of saying being a slave is better than being killed, how about give me liberty or give me death? What happened to that shit?
That's taken away the very gift that makes life worth living, hope. Now, some folks out here try to twist it. They say, oh, well, hardship builds character. You making them tough. Nah, man, there's a difference between responsibility and punishment. There's a difference between teaching resilience and breaking somebody down until there's nothing left. Ask yourself, what kind of society you building when the next generation grows up believing life is just two doors, one marked pain, the other marked death? Where's the compassion? Where's the morality in that? See, real morality ain't about control. It ain't about making people bow down out of fear. Real morality is about dignity, about giving folks, especially children, the chance to be human, to be loved, to make mistakes without feeling like the price is their life. We got to remember, every child that comes into this world is a seed. And what you feed that seed, kindness, patience, or cruelty, determines what grows. If all you feed them is fear and punishment, don't be surprised when the garden looked barren. So let me say this plain. Giving kids bad choices ain't morality. It's oppression. And if we call ourselves adults, if we call ourselves leaders, protectors, parents, we owe them better. That's what's been sitting on my chest, family. I had to get that out.
Hurry up and get the shit off your fucking chest!